Freedom March with Rodney Munker. Up next on ILTV.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Munker, his guests, callers, and advisors on Freedom March are not necessarily those of management, ownership, or production unit of ILS or the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a product of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented, in part or entirety, without express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2024. All rights are reserved.
Marijuana is a dangerous drug.
The Queen is dead. God save the King.
There can never be rape in marriage. BMW sound like bad man wagon. Not only am I saved, I'm saved and sanctified. The revolution is alive, and we must continue to document it.
Freedom!
There are reports coming out of Freeport, Grand Bahama, of a stabbing incident. The Negro people on Grand Bahama tells me that they believe it is drug related. I'm advised that a Canadian citizen was stabbed, and those who are responsible for stabbing him in his most vital parts are a Bahamian, an American, and an Englishman. So that is the report I'm getting, and I call on Bahamians everywhere to resist the temptation of being involved in drugs smuggling. Last night, Prime Minister Philip Brave Davis appeared at a major Chinese celebration. The Chinese embassy celebrated the Lunar New Year. So it was a very interesting event, and I was there on the periphery as I watched the Chinese do the dragon dance, and then they sent for the Saxon. They did their stuff, and then there was kung fu fighting. So it was interesting last night. I'll talk about it. China, Bahamas relationship. So that is what took place there at Margaritaville. I may return to the Mental Health Act because there are professionals who is a part of the psychiatrical team of the government of the Bahamas that I stand in opposition to. And I think the time has come for me to question the government on some of those appointments. So it all depends on how the spirit moved me. But today is Friday, the 24th day of January, in the year of our Lord 2024. This is 2025. This is Freedom March. I'll be right back after the break. Hold on, everybody. It's going to be a good day today with my spiritual advisor, Rodney Rule. Hold on, everybody. We'll be right back after the break.
Freedom March with Rodney Munker will be right back after this. is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. We are broadcasting from Nassau, Bahamas. And of course, we are at the ILTV studios located on University Boulevard, Nassau, Bahamas. So I want to welcome each and every one of you to Freedom March. And of course, my spiritual advisor, he's here and he's ready. Bradley Roll, welcome to Freedom March.
Thank you so much, Senator. Good to be here. I think we are ready. We got a reading today from the book of Galatians. It's a New Testament book. The chapter is 4, reading from verses 21 to 31. The Apostle Paul here is going to use an allegory or illustration between the two covenants, the Ten Commandments and the New Covenant, and then of course Abraham's two wives, Hagar and Sarah. And so in this allegory, he's going to show you, for those who want to be under the Ten Commandment law, that basically that Ten Commandment law has been abrogated, it's been tossed out. It's no longer in use, and we're now under a new law, a new system that came from Jerusalem. The old law, of course, was given at Mount Sinai, and that old law is a representation of Hagar, who was Abraham's slave wife, and then the new law is a representation of Sarah, who, of course, was Abraham's freed wife. So here's what the story says. Galatians chapter 4, 21, 31. Now listen very carefully. This is something for you to really go back home and take a second look at, because it is going to show you that, contrary to what some people say, there are two covenants in the Bible. There's an old covenant and there's a new covenant. Here's the Apostle Paul. He says, "Tell me, you who want to be under the law, are you not aware of what the law says? For it is written that Abraham had two sons, one by the slave woman and the other one by the free woman. So the name of the son by the slave woman was Ishmael, and the other son by the free woman was Isaac, for those who don't know. His son by the slave woman, that's Ishmael, was born according to the flesh. But his son by the free woman, Isaac, was born as a result of a divine promise. These things are being taken figuratively. The women represent two covenants. See that? Two covenants. One covenant is from Mount Sinai, that's the Ten Commandments, and bears children who are to be slaves. Hagar explains it. This is Hagar. Now Hagar stands for Mount Sinai. You see that? In Arabia, that's where the Ten Commandments came from, Mount Sinai, and corresponds to the present city of Jerusalem. That's where the New Covenant came from, because she is in slavery with her children. But the Jerusalem that is above is free. She is our mother. For it is written, switch there, producer. For it is written, be glad, barren woman, you who never bore a child, that's Sarah. Shout for joy and cry aloud, you who are never in labor, because more are the children of the desolate woman than of her who has a husband. Go ahead. Now, you, brothers and sisters, like Isaac, are children of promise. At that time, the son born according to the flesh persecuted the son born by the power of the Spirit. It is the same now. But what does the scripture say? Get rid of the slave woman and her son. Remember what the slave woman represents now, the old covenant. which came from Mount Sinai, get rid of the slave woman and the son, for the slave woman's son will never share in the inheritance with the free woman's son. Therefore, brothers and sisters, we are not children of the slave woman, but of the free woman, which is Sarah, who represents the new covenant. There you have it. Galatians 4. It takes time to get to really understand what is being said. You have to go over it and understand the analogy. But Galatians 4, 21 to 31, and read from the NIV, the Word of God is forever and ever blessed. Thanks so much, producer.
I thank you, my spiritual
Back to
advisor.
you.
Well, folks, there are reports coming out of Freeport, Grand Bahama, that there was a stabbing. And of course, there are 3 people who are accused of participating in the stabbing of a Canadian citizen. We are told that one is a Bahamian citizen, the other is an American citizen, and the other one is an Englishman. So we are told that this could very well be, according to the allegation, it is being alleged that there's some implication of drugs somewhere in this. But we are told that the police are investigating, and I have reason to believe that there are people in custody. So I thought I'll tell that to you for what it's worth. I want to go to the southwestern part of the island where there is a tourist resort called Albany. I want to warn Bahamas Custom. I want to warn the Immigration Department that I'm receiving some reports that greatly displeases me. It is the duty of every custom officer to obey the custom laws. It is the duty of every immigration officer to obey the Immigration Act. Very, very important. Our country is faced with international allegation of many people in law enforcement being involved and active in corruption. Let us not forget it. Every foreigner is an international law enforcement officer. So it becomes very important while you're carrying out your constitutional duties to be responsible, to be law-abiding, and to protect the interests of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I want to tell Custom that I'm getting some reports that is depressing. It's not good for my mental health. So I ask custom officers to obey the law, collect the government taxes, and to do whatever they are required to do in the back of Albany in accordance with the laws of the Bahamas. I think it's powerful. I also want to draw to the attention of the Immigration Department that there's serious allegation that certain sectors of that area that is called Albany is not complying with the Immigration Act. If they're not complying with the Immigration Act, it is the duty of the Immigration Department to enforce the law. Don't tell me that they're rich people. Don't tell me it's owned by Joe Louis. I am only related to one Joe Louis, and his name is Joseph Louis, and he's the brother of Dr. Nigel Louis. That's the Joe Louis I'm related to. So I want the immigration to enforce the law. If a work permit is denied, the immigration knows precisely what to do. And when immigration go to Albany, if Albany will not open the gate, then get a bulldozer and push the gate open. But you cannot have that level of criminality taking place, because Albany, while it acts as if it is a state within a state, it is not. It is not. And that is why we are in trouble. And that is why the government of the United States will continue to indict us. Because when we have the opportunity to act lawfully and responsibly, we decide we will take the Yankee dollar. So I thought I will say it for today, and I'll talk to immigration and ask them why they have not arrested a man whom they have provided me with evidence that he has been told to leave the country, and immigration can't find him. What do you mean they can't find him? What do you mean you can't find him? Come on. All right? So I thought I would say that for what it is worth. Yeah. My spiritual advisor, we had a stabbing in Freeport.
That's unfortunate.
And of course, there emerges some new allegation coming out of the southwestern part of the island as it relates to a wonderful resort called Albany.
What is being alleged?
Well, that the customs are not doing its job properly.
Which means what? They're not collecting the government's revenue?
Yes, that is a serious allegation that has been levied. It's an allegation.
Okay.
Allegations are not necessarily the truth.
So you've investigated
But
it?
it requires investigation.
Okay.
It requires that the government be alerted, and it perhaps the comptroller of custom may want to adopt a policy that I am advised that the new commissioner of police has adopted, and I'm advised that Ms. Shanta Knowles has adopted a wonderful strategy in the Royal Bahamas Police Force where she is moving officers around who seems to have been stationed in a particular area for a long, long time. Thus, we end up having, unfortunately, some of the international negative publicity which we have experienced as a result of the Americans indicting a former police officer and a former Defense Force officer. So it might be that perhaps those who are responsible for going to the various hotels, you would change them up. Yeah, I think that is what needs to happen, all right? I'm very displeased with what I am hearing, and I think that the government should not be deprived of any of its revenue, because the government has lots of responsibilities, and we have to protect the public treasury. I think it's powerful. Well, having said that, you have no further comments. I can move on.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
last night, the Communist Party of Communist Cuba, of Communist China, they celebrated through its local ambassador and the Chinese embassy the Chinese Lunar New Year. And of course, that was held at Margaritaville. And of course, there were scores of people who attended this celebration. Among the people who attended was Prime Minister Philip Davis, who spoke. And the Prime Minister brought wonderful greetings to the Chinese government and praised their contribution to whatever development that they have assisted the Commonwealth of the Bahamas with
over the many, many years. And of course, there were cultural exhibition that took place. We had Chinese doing what appears to be a dragon dance. We had a local kung fu organization led by, interestingly enough, my nephew, Gino Bo. And they did kung fu and so forth. And then, of course, there was students from a local school, I'm advised, that specializes, I'm advised, in a foreign language. They sang, I'm advised, I was there, what sounded to me like a Chinese song. And it was wonderful, it was glorious, and of course, everybody seems to have been there. I did see among the people there was the national chairman of the Free National Movement, Dr. Dwayne Sands. So the Chinese had a wonderful party. And even though I didn't see any Chinese food, there was a lot of what appeared to have been native food. So it was a festive occasion as I played journalism last night. So I thought I would tell you that relationship between the Commonwealth of the Bahamas and the Chinese is still good, still strong, and is as solid as a rock. So these are some of the things that happened last night at Margaritaville, what is the name of the place?
Margaritaville.
Margaritaville, which of course is also under controversy. As you know, it is owned by the China Construction American Company, and you would recall that businessman Sarkis Ismailian and them in a big battle. It's the Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. We'll be right back after the break. Hold on, everybody. Bradley Roll and I will be right here.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Munker, his guests, and callers on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media.
Should control Brent. So, Janet Boswick, the mother of the FNM, has returned to front line politics. Today in the Tribune, her youthful son-in-law, Brent Dane, who's married to one of Janet Boswick's oldest daughter, Janet Boswick Jr., is up to political mischief. I want Janet Boswick to know that by the political comments of Brent Dane, it opens Janet Boswick Sr., that's the mother-in-law, and Janet Boswick Jr., that's Brent's wife, to political attack. I want to make that clear, because that is the sign that the campaign is on and that Janet Boswick has not retired. If you know Brent Dane does nothing without consulting Mama Janet Boswick Sr. So I just want that to be clear, because his political mischief will be turned back. Have you seen any article?
No, I haven't seen that article. I'm sorry. No, I haven't seen it. No.
You have not seen the
So
article?
what is the article saying?
Well,
You have it?
Brent Dane, who is Janet's son-in-law, he's opening himself up for some vicious attack.
How so?
We're going to have to go back to the beginning of Brent and to look at some of the fundamental mistakes that he has made as a young man. So I just want to warn him that today I'm going to ignore him, but if he
Why bring it up?
continues,
Why bring it up?
it's because it's politics. If he continues, we're going to have to take him on. Will you pay ads, my spiritual advisor?
Nasser Bahamas getting ready for a night to remember. Alpha Sound Promotions invites you to Back to Love, an unforgettable evening of smooth R&B vibes and cherished memories. Join us at the Nassau Cruise Port on Saturday, February 15th for a spectacular all-white affair you won't want to miss. Featuring performances by Freddie Jackson, You Are My Lady, and Rock Me Tonight, Regina Bell, Baby Come to Me, Make It Like It Was, and the Essence Band. Tickets available at BahamasTickets.com, the Plantation Bar and Grill, Big Boys Cafe, Tropics Bar and Grill. So for more information, contact 822-6863. Mark your calendar, dress in your finest white attire, and join us for a night of love, music, and pure elegance. Everybody needs money always, so send money internationally and locally through Western Union with Money Max. Download the Money Max app today to send cash instantly to a family member or friend anytime and anywhere. Sending money has now been simpler. The app is available on the Apple Store and Google Play Store. Money Max, live your Max life. Do you enjoy watching Freedom March? If so, advertise your business today for as low as $50. And contact us now at 557-0258 or 557-0259 for the Impact Package. Daily TV Sports, $50 plus VAT, best price. Thank you, producer. Back to you, Sandra.
I thank you, my spiritual advisor. Yeah. Do you have anything on your mind?
So I don't know how much of this we can discuss, but there is a suggestion. I don't know if it's coming from the government or the government employees about a bi-weekly payroll. Are you aware of that?
Yes, I am.
And so it does seem as if there is this suggestion that the government should move to paying government employees every 2 weeks versus the monthly payroll. There's some who may want to welcome it, and then there's some who, I guess for them it doesn't really matter. They feel that there's more discipline with the monthly pay, and that they can get all their bank notes paid and don't have to worry about having to do it twice a month, and I guess time constrained with going into the bank twice a month or checking online to see if payments are made. I don't know. So the government, I don't think the government is forcing anyone on that, eh?
Well,
I don't think they are, eh? I don't think so.
Well, essentially, the government has a desire to pay the workers early and perhaps twice a month.
But what would have brought that on, though? Because it's been monthly for 10 years.
I don't know what brought it on, but my question is, what is the problem? What is the issue? If the government says, listen, you all have worked for me, instead of paying you every 30 days, I'd like to pay you every 15 days, twice a week. What is the controversy? Will the government send the money to the bank? What is the problem? Did those who are in opposition to it, did they say what they would suffer if they're paid 2 weeks in advance and then 2 weeks later? Oh, my question isn't clear.
I guess
if the government says, Bradley Road, you have worked.
Yeah.
We used to pay you
every 30 days. We pay
every 30 days.
We pay every 15 days.
We can pay you twice a month. What is the problem?
That should be a welcome.
What damage have you suffered?
That should be a welcome because, oftentimes we know that there are some government employees when they are paid at the end of the month, by the following week, there's no money. And so, and I guess that's what the argument may be, in that if you do it twice a week, if you do it every 2 weeks, there may be a discipline problem. Because there are some who can't handle their money handle paying their bills monthly versus paying it every 2 weeks. I don't know. It does seem as if that's the argument of discipline.
What is the method by which the government use
direct
to
deposit.
pay once a month?
Direct deposit.
What will the government do if it's paying
twice a month.
I don't know. I mean,
It will also send your money to the bank.
I wonder if that would be an additional cost, though. Would it cost the government more to do that? As far as
Whether or
staff,
not it will cost the government more to do is not my business. If the government says, listen, we want to pay you twice a month, and I will not suffer as a result of receiving a payment twice a month, what is the disadvantage?
I don't know. We probably have to let some government employees call in at 5:30 to get an understanding. But there are some who are for it, and there are some who say, man, listen.
Belinda say her problem with it is the government didn't tell her that they had planned to do it. Well, the government is wrong. If the government plans to pay teachers twice a month, the least they could have done was to tell Belinda, dear Belinda Wilson, it is the intention of the government as of February to pay the workers twice a month. Yours sincerely, Simon Wilson. And Belinda is a Wilson, Simon is a Wilson, two Wilson must get together and handle things.
Well, I say if they want to be paid monthly, let it be.
Right. I think they're idle. You know, you could say to the government, listen, government, you're going to pay me twice a week. Okay. So if the government pay you on the 15th, you can leave the money in the bank until you get the second set of payment. Simple as that. Now, if you're looking for row, well, then you'd create row. Belinda would say, and I love Belinda's argument. Belinda say, they ain't tell her. Well, they know they should have told Belinda. But Belinda thinks that they didn't tell her because she didn't sign the memorandum of understanding. Well, I'm disappointed in Belinda. Belinda Wilson is a smart trade unionist. She knows that if there is a memorandum of understanding, she should sign the memorandum of understanding. Other than that, those who signed the memorandum of understanding, you cannot be upset if they have information that if you need, you got to go see the Minister of Labor. But those who would have signed the memorandum of understanding could talk to the national chairman of the PLP. So I'm going to suggest to Belinda that she should make contact with PLP headquarters and let them know she is ready to sign the memorandum of understanding. It's a simple matter. But the problem is the people them rowdy. Everybody rowing. And then you can't blame Belinda. If Belinda don't row, then there's no need to have her. And all of us who believe in the teaching profession, we love the fact that Belinda know how to row, Belinda know how to cuss, Belinda know how to throw up her gown tail and row. So that's what's going on. But there's nothing wrong with receiving your salary twice a week or twice a month.
Twice a month, yeah, but there may be, because I'm thinking about, like, say, for instance, if you have a car loan,
okay,
if you have a mortgage.
You got a mortgage?
Right, so when you look at the way the bank may have designed payments for government workers, they may decide that not may decide, the bank payment comes out at the end of the month once the salary reaches the account. So when the salary reaches the account, the bank then grabs their portion, and then the residual is then deposited to the client's account. So if it happens, if the government decides to pay twice a month, then it probably gives the bank more work. They'll have to divide that bank payment into two. And take out half this 2 week and take out half the next 2 weeks. Other than that, you know what's gonna happen, right?
What's gonna happen?
The first 2 weeks, the person or the employee or the government worker may end up spending more than they should have spent out of the first week. Pay. I'm just saying they may do that. And then when the other 2 weeks salary reach, it may not be enough to make the bank payment. That's what I'm thinking.
The majority of the workers are very intelligent people.
And they're disciplined.
They will. Yes.
You sure about that?
I am sure of that.
So why is it that at the end of the month, the very next week, most government employees are break?
That is not true. That is not true.
Which world you living in, man?
Have you asked every government worker?
You know how much government employees I know who just be break right after government payday?
Yeah, they people who liken you. That's what that is. They women who want money from you.
That's realistic, man. I'm telling you, man.
Oh, come on, man.
I know a lot of government employees, they get paid at the end of the month, and the next week, break.
I know lots of government employees, they get paid at the end of the month.
Am I right, producer?
And they're still managing their money. You can't put that on everybody. There are some people who might be irresponsible in the management of their money, but certainly the vast majority of the civil servants, they are able to manage their monies properly. So the government paying them twice a month means they will always have money on their account.
Rodney, Senator,
yes.
I don't know what world you're living in, but this stats from the central bank.
You're trying
Just give me a second.
to find
Give me a second.
fault
The stats.
with the government.
The stats. No, I'm not.
That's what you're trying to do.
No, Senator.
You're being political.
I told you that
Stop
people
it.
are
You're a
not.
banker.
But you really know the money. But you could try all you want. But we can see how this is going to work out. You could try everything you want.
It's
Rodney.
amazing the government can't please you.
But 2026 is going to tell the tale, my brother. You hear me? You mark my words. You try everything you want. I said.
What is going to happen in 26?
You don't worry about that. I told
What is
you.
gonna happen in 26?
I told you that people are not disciplined. I said nothing about the government. I also advanced an argument.
You
give me a second.
Blaming the government.
No, I'm not. I'm
yes,
not.
You are.
No, Sandra,
because
I am
people
not.
are not disciplined.
No, I'm no.
The
All I
government
said-
is correct to pay the people.
No.
If the government want to pay us 4 times a month, pay 4 times a month.
Senator,
if the government want to pay twice a month, pay twice a month. Just pay. Just pay. That's all.
All I'm saying to you is that the government is not, I specifically told you that the government is not forcing it down its employees. It's not doing that. It's an option. I specifically said that. Now you're making it seem as I'm not trying to blame the government for nothing. I'm just telling you, as a former banker, that when you take these loans out based on government salary and government paydays, the loan payments are deducted at the end of the month when the money reaches the bank. It means now that the bank will have more work to do.
I forgot you was a banker.
Because they would know their clients.
So you're saying
they KYC.
Give me plenty work for the bank.
Yes, because listen, a lot of people ain't disciplined. That first 2 weeks salary that can get blow out.
Oh, come on. Stop insulting.
And the other 2 weeks,
the intelligence
the payments,
of your
there
people.
ain't gonna be enough payments to make the bank payments. Anyhow,
Stop insulting the intelligence
the Minister of
of your
State,
people.
the Minister of State in the Ministry of Finance, who's that?
That would be Senator, the Honorable Michael Halkitis.
He specifically said that the government is not pushing this down on its people. It's an option. If this is what they want, that's fine. If it's not what they want, then the government will have to put it back on the shelf. And that's it.
Okay. Or those who want to be paid twice a month, the government can pay them twice a month.
I don't know if they'll go down
And
that road. They
those
want a general
who-
thing, man.
And those who want to be paid once a month, the government can do it. Right?
I know that. I know some government employees who should welcome that because it helps them.
Okay.
Because you can imagine, like say for instance, let's look at what's transpired between the 19th of December and we're now at the 24th of January.
What transpired?
Do you know how much people break? How much government employees break right now?
Why are they break now?
Because when they got paid on the 19th of December and Christmas fall that following week, all the money gone.
No, man, that ain't true.
Well, motorbike. You know how much people pussing right now?
Do you think
they can't wait for next week?
Do you think members of the hotel union who were given big ham and turkey
by the union for Christmas, they had to buy ham and turkey? Do you know about the many people in the tourism industry who were given ham and turkey and other economic benefits, which they didn't have to spend their money?
What's your point?
My point is, I think you are exaggerating it.
Senator, I am not exaggerating, and I know
You just don't like the government.
No, it is not. Well, Senator, it has nothing to do with the government. What I think is noble of the government to suggest that, but here's the issue: do we have people disciplined enough to accept what the government is offering? Because remember now,
they can put it on their bank accounts.
The easiest people to get loans in this country are government employees. Banks just target them. All right? And the reason for that is because the government money is sure money.
And it is short twice a month.
But the issue, though, is that the banks have taken out these loan payments at the end of the month because that's when the salary comes.
The bank
Now,
will
if it is
then have
split,
to readjust it.
That's what I'm telling you. Of course, the bank will order.
No, it will not.
They gotta go.
That bank, you just identify a bank on Shirley Street.
They gotta go over all those standing orders.
$100 million in profit.
146, actually.
$146 million.
Yeah.
And they were not taxed.
Yeah, but that's still make
Right?
oranges and apples.
We
now.
even
I mean,
don't know about the banks them who are not fully complying with the law.
Well, let's not stray from the subject.
I'm not straying from the subject.
We just looking at.
The history is there.
But it's something for the government employees to maybe discuss among themselves to see what is best. It's all about discipline. That's what it all boils down to. For me, if I was a government employee, I would welcome that.
Of course. Now you're a smart man.
Yeah, I would welcome that.
Listen, government employees.
For me,
if the government wants
because
to
I am
pay
a
you,
bit more disciplined than most people as
If
relates to spending.
the government
I'm
wants
very
to pay
cheap.
you twice a month, accept it. If the government decides they won't pay you 4 times a month, accept it. Just accept the money. All right? Accept the money. Don't get no argument with the government. Government say, listen, I'm waiting 30 days to pay you. I'm going to pay you twice a month. Just accept the money. Don't row. Don't curse and carry on. Okay? Now, my only difficulty is I would prefer if the government give me cash money. Say, I prefer to be paid in cash. But Alison Maynard, she didn't want me to get paid in cash. But I demanded that the government could pay me in cash. I could go into the post office. Right there. The people them who the government didn't owe, they went to the post office and thief all the money. But the government owed me. So I could go to the post office, they could pay me cash, and I could sign for that. Now you may think that is stupid, but guess what? The Canadians keep thieving the money off the card that the Bank of Commonwealth Bank them give to me. And I never been to Canada. I didn't know the Canadians them used to thief like this. Man, they could thief? I just hope Donald Trump take over all of Canada and turn all of them into Americans. Yeah, that's what I hope. Take over Canada, turn them all into Americans, and let them sing
It's your style.
the Star Spangled.
It ain't your style. I can tell you that now.
What do you mean it ain't easy as that?
Anyhow, listen, the majority of the text that I'm saying makes a lot of sense.
What did it say?
It's about self-discipline and people governing themselves if they're paid twice a month. And that's a difficult thing, and you got to remember that. Discipline. Sandra, I can guarantee you, December the 19th, the government paid. We're now at January the 24th of 2025. How many people you think can show you $2,000 on their savings or
I don't know if they can
right
show
now?
it to you. The spending
Right now.
was good for the economy.
Right now. Yeah,
I
but
think we should work hard, and when Christmas comes, let's spend. Let's buy Christmas things. Let's enjoy life. Because when you die, you ain't carrying it nowhere. Take the money. May the government pay
But don't forget your bank
all
payments.
the workers twice
Don't forget
a
your
month.
Don't forget your bank payments. Anyhow, we'll get a feedback here at 5:30.
This year, the F&M is behind this.
What you talking about, man?
That's what this is. We are behind this. We decide that, oh, the PLP want to pay twice a month. Well, let's find something to row about. It's like what Janet Bostwick's son-in-law, Brent, was doing. Brent Dane. All right? Anyway, choose another topic. I love your topics. Go ahead.
Oh, I don't have any more to say. Every topic I pick, you're trying to pick apart, you know? You're right. Many broke 2 days later.
Here. That's the article you was looking for. You want to read it?
Okay, so there's been launched, the Ministry of Finance launches a bi-monthly pay opinion survey. Okay, great. So this is an opinion survey, and they have to go around now to see what the employees
Read the article,
think.
my spiritual
So the
advisor.
Ministry of Finance launched a survey to gather public servants' opinions on a proposed shift to bi-monthly pay. Public Service Minister Pierre Glover-Rose said yesterday this followed calls from Bahamas Public Service Union, the BPSU President Kingsley Ferguson. 5 o'clock, we'll get back to it.
Listen, if the government won't pay you twice a month, accept the money. Don't be no fool. Money in the bank is better than money in the public treasury. God save the Bahamas. God save the King. I'll be right back after the break. Hold on, everybody.
Freedom March with Rodney Munker will be right back after this. This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker, and of course, Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor. Put the camera on the spiritual advisor for a second. Get this on my sleeve. Yeah. So, Bradley, you better. Thank you. Welcome back to Freedom March. You know, life is full of fun. You can't get upset over anything.
Oh boy.
It's birthday time.
Yeah.
Do you have any birthdays?
We do?
What you need? Glasses?
I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
Birthday time, everybody.
We got a couple birthday shout outs to do today. But this discussion is going somewhere, and people have a lot to say about it. But there's going to be some major adjustment by the banks. Okay, so Jasmine Jones, we want to wish Jasmine Jones a happy birthday. Her birthday was yesterday, actually. It's coming from a family and friends. They want you to know, Jasmine, that they love you. So happy birthday, Jasmine Jones. Tina Moxie is celebrating the birthday. It's coming from her husband, Dwight Newbold. Diamond, Isaiah, Devontae, Margaret, Jenny, Nicole, Patrice, Aaron, Kevin, and Devon, and OJ. Happy birthday to Tina Moxie, okay? Family and friends and members of the Church of Christ wants to send a birthday shout out to Desiree Higgs. Happy birthday to Desiree. Wishing this sister and educator a very happy birthday. May God bless you. With many more birthdays to come. Have a good one from all of your family and friends and all those from the Happy Park Church of Christ. Deborah Claridge is celebrating the birthday, so happy birthday, Deborah Claridge from Ann Burton. And Senator, that looks like it.
Well, I want to join my spiritual advisor in wishing each and every one of you a happy birthday.
I think you have a guest. Is the guest here? Chief Petty Officer? No? Okay, I just saw the door open just now, so I was just wondering. Anyhow, Senator?
Yeah, so what else are we going to talk about? It's a Friday evening.
Yeah, well, we should be relaxing now talking, eh? What else are we going to talk about?
I'm going to be relaxed so that I don't curse at anybody.
What is in the newspapers, man?
What do you want to talk about?
Now, in the Tribune, I see an article where St. Anne's MP Adrian White
That's a good article. Let's hear it.
has criticized the government's acquisition of luxury vehicles for the country's embassy in Washington, D.C. Adrian White is highlighting that Grand Bahama has struggled to maintain its fire equipment. An audit of the embassy presented in the House of Assembly yesterday revealed that at least 3 luxury cars were acquired in the past 2 years: a 2023 BMW 740i, a 2023 BMW 740 Xi, and a 2022 BMW 740. Although the audit did not specify
I can't
the
take that.
acquisition cost,
I
Mr.
can't take
White
that.
asserted that the government spent
can't
over
take that.
$300,000
I'm very
on those vehicles.
disappointed.
Okay, hold on a second.
In
Okay.
Adrian White.
Okay,
Go to where he's complaining
Okay.
about in
Let's
the
do
United
this.
States.
Let's do this birthday shout out quickly. Can we do this birthday shout out?
My spiritual advisor, what is this, man?
That's right, young man.
Go ahead, do
do
the
your birthday
birthday.
shout out quickly. Do your birthday quickly.
Hello, good day, Mr. Marco, Mr. Spiritual Advisor.
Radio.
Yes.
Good day.
Good day, good day.
Mr. Rodney Monker.
Yes.
This is your good friend, Ronaldo Ferguson.
Hey, Ronaldo, how are you?
I'm good. I want to wish my mommy
That's powerful. Go right ahead.
happy birthday.
Today's your mother's birthday?
Yes, sir. She's carrying me up.
Listen, I join you in wishing Mom a happy birthday. God bless her and God bless you. It's powerful.
Coming from Pine Field and Lovely Bay and Ebenezer Baptist Church in Charles Vincent Street.
Oh, I took you for the bishop, and you're not the bishop though.
No, sir. My and Daddy brothers Elkin Simonet. Daddy is Solomon Miller.
Okay, now I got you. Tell your mom I wish her a happy birthday as well, okay?
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
No problem. Take.
God bless the spiritual advisor. God bless Mr. Manta.
Thank you, Brother Ferguson. This is powerful.
Okay, let me let the chief go on. Then let me let the chief petty officer sit in my seat. He's there.
He's arrived?
Yeah, he has arrived. So go ahead. Let me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You have nothing to say about those
No,
being
I was just saying that Adrian White didn't open up his mouth when Dr. Minnis gave Brent
forget about that.
Simonet.
Be current, man.
Bradley, just go out and bring in the man. He didn't say anything when Brent Simonet got the $50 million contract. Didn't say anything. It's just amazing. I'm disappointed in Adrian White. If he doesn't stop it, he's going to cost me to curse him out. I mean, goodness of mercy. Did I understand that he also had a problem with the Bahamas sending a delegation to the U.S.?
Well, everybody would have a problem. But
I asked you a specific question. Did he have a problem with that as well? I didn't know he was anti-Trump.
I can't recall.
I can't believe.
But
I want Adrian to know.
It was not necessary.
If he is anti-Trump, I'm going to put him on the stop list. Anyway, if he was pro-Trump, then he would not be critical of Bahamians going to the... You got to spend money, Negro!
To be a block away from where...
All right, Mr. Spiritual Advisor, I can't take it. Well, folks, I have with me an official from the National... Spiritual Advisor got me so upset. I didn't know where you were from. You better come on and remind me, because the devil is so busy. The National Youth Guard.
That is correct, sir.
So I have with me Officer Missick. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
So Officer Missick, I would like to welcome you back for the third time. And tomorrow is the 25th. Am I correct?
You are correct, sir.
And there was a lady who called me bright and early this morning wanting to know how to reach y'all. So I had to be kind and polite. I had to remember that you are part of national security.
Yes, sir.
And I'm also a part of national security. I told her you will return today.
Yes, sir.
So she's watching. She thinks it's a wonderful program. And apparently she got plenty of children she wants to bring to the park. Would you start off, once again, by introducing yourself, and then start off by telling the lady what is the contact number to receive you?
Indeed.
Or to reach you.
Indeed.
So go ahead, sir. Welcome.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Chief Petty Officer Kelsey Mizik. I work with the National Youth Guard. I'm the chief instructor for that program.
This is powerful.
The lady can reach us at 819-1121. That is 819-1121. She can register her kids at nyg.bahamas.gov.bs. That is nyg.bahamas.gov.bs.
This is powerful. And of course, she can also bring all of them big children in person.
In person.
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow afternoon.
What time?
We will be at the Pinewood Park, that one right there by the roundabout, from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. tomorrow. We will be registering in person for this upcoming cohort 4, which starts training on February 8th. Person can register, and when they register, they will be able to get an intake interview right away.
Yes. But you require them to bring certain documentations. Am I correct?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
What should they bring?
They are to bring their passport and their NIB card.
Passport, NIB card.
Yes, sir.
Is there any other thing that you might be interested in? For instance, the character certificate.
Yes, sir.
If they have it.
If they have it tomorrow, bring a police certificate. If you don't have it tomorrow, you can bring it to us on Monday or Tuesday. But we're going to need a police certificate and a Bank of the Bahamas account.
Why is a police certificate so important?
Well, Mr. Munker, the Royal Bahamas Defense Force Base is a restricted area.
Go ahead.
As such, we must ensure that the persons entering our gates are persons of
law-abiding
citizens,
good character.
of good character.
This is powerful. And one of the ways to establish that is through
your police certificate.
Okay, so now we know why that is so important. And you're on the park, you start at 1 o'clock, and will you also be explaining to your visitors what the program entails?
Indeed, we will answer all questions. But for those persons who are listening now, the National Youth Guard is a program that is geared towards empowering or equipping a cadre of young Bahamians with the skills necessary to respond to a disaster or any emergency in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. The program focuses on youth employment, job readiness, and volunteerism.
This is powerful. And the whole idea is to involve as many young people who are qualified, who comes forward, who register, and is willing to participate.
Yes, sir.
And this extends not only to the island of New Providence, but the entire Bahamas, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We will fly persons in free of charge, at no cost to them.
Really?
From any island on February 8th when the training starts.
And any island would include Acklins and Crooked Island.
Acklins, Crooked Island.
Ragged Island and San Salvador.
From Abaco in the north to Inago in the south, any island or key in between.
Wow, this is powerful. So really it is a national youth program.
Yes, sir.
So we have to get as many young people involved, but you are accepting both males and
females. Both males and females. If you are between the ages of 18 to 25, you can come and register. If you are 17, your parents can come down and sign a waiver to register you for the program.
Subject to you turning 18 by
May 16th.
This is powerful. This is powerful. So it's a wonderful program. We have to get as many people involved in this. And there is drilling.
There will be some drilling.
You will be living on the base.
You will live on the base for 10 weeks.
And the base will provide all of your basic needs.
All of your basic needs.
And that will include like food, water, soda.
Soda at times, yes.
A soda.
We try to keep them away from sodas,
okay.
Mr. Manka.
Well, switch it then.
Indeed.
Soap and towel.
Well, they're going to bring their soap and towel, but there will be soap and towel for those who need it.
Okay. All right. It would be good if you bring your own supplies.
Yes, sir.
But
yes,
in case you cannot afford soap
and towel will be there for you.
Soap and towel will be there.
Yes, sir.
Will there be any swimming training?
Yes, sir.
Some of us can't swim.
Yes, sir, Mr. Manka. We have a very good swimming program.
Okay.
Swimming is conducted mostly in the evenings.
Okay.
And I'm excited to see that we've had cadets that were terrified of the water, Mr. Manka.
Wow.
Couldn't go near it. At the end of training, they were jumping in there and getting their laps in.
Now, I'm curious. For the spot where you will learn to swim, is it the canal?
Well,
or is there a pool?
No, we do not.
Or will you take them to the ocean?
Well, here's what we did, Mr. Manka.
Let me hear it.
As a portion of the canal, we net it off.
Okay.
Make sure it's safe.
Right.
We have rescue swimmers and persons in the water there.
Yes.
We have persons manning life buoys.
Yes.
And we take them in 2 at a time.
Okay.
To get them in there so that they can learn to swim. So it's safe.
Okay. And there's no swimming with a tube.
Well, Mr. Manka, you want to start persons off slow.
Okay.
You don't want to shock them and get them traumatized away from the whole exercise.
Right.
So we start them off with a vest.
Really?
We start them off with a vest.
And you have vests for all of them people?
All of those persons. Well, usually a maximum of 10 persons enter the water.
Okay.
And they enter 2 at a time.
Okay.
So 2 persons go in. Once we see that those persons are okay, then we set another 2.
Okay.
And another 2 and another 2. A maximum of 10.
Okay.
So that it's orderly. It's disciplined. It's moderated.
Right.
Indeed.
Okay, so this is great. Now, you have pointed out that they will live on base.
Yes, sir.
What do you sleep on? I mean, I didn't know if I asked you that yesterday or the day before. Are there cots, or do you sleep on the floor?
No, sir. We have bunks. We have bunk beds.
Really?
We don't sleep the way the Marines sleep.
Bunk beds.
Bunk beds, yes, sir.
Okay, this
You
is
have
great.
a bunk bed and you have a locker.
And a locker.
And a locker, yes,
This
sir.
is great. And there's shower
There's
facilities.
shower facilities,
and
stalls,
everything.
bathrooms.
Are there any medical professional in cases of emergency?
Indeed, sir. The Bahamas Medical Facility is equipped 24 and manned 24 hours a day.
Really?
For any medical emergency that may arise.
Okay, so look like you are really, really ready. Only condition now is you need people to participate.
We need the persons.
And you want as many young people, and particularly since you're going in Pinewood Garden, you would really want to attract a lot of young people that I would want to describe as people from the southern part of the island.
Mr. Manco, we want all Bahamians.
Okay.
All Bahamians. We don't care what part of the Providence they come from,
Yes.
or which island. We want all young Bahamians to be a part of this exciting, dynamic, and most crucial program.
But come with proper identification.
Come with proper identification.
So there will be no vacillation when it comes to processing the application.
Yes, sir.
Man, this is powerful. Oh, if I was only young again.
Yes, sir.
I could see myself as a national youth guard.
Indeed.
Y'all never thought about any national senior citizen guard, you know?
You know, that's an interesting prospect, sir.
Yeah.
That is an interesting prospect.
One day,
Indeed.
maybe. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I like what is going on. And the 8th of February is when the classes started.
8th of February is when we start.
The 4th cohort.
The 4th cohort.
Now, cohort is what? What is cohort?
Cohort is another name for squad.
Really?
A group.
Got you. Thank you
Indeed.
for telling me that. Yeah, of the 4th cohort, which suggests that there was cohort 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3. Cohort 1 started on the island of Grand Bahama.
Really?
64 persons. That was under the remit of the Ministry of Youth.
Okay.
Which started this great initiative.
Yes.
Since then, cohorts 2, 3, and now 4 came under the remit of the Ministry of National Security.
Okay.
Because the Ministry of National Security would have the infrastructure
Yes.
and necessary capabilities,
Yes.
skill sets for
Yes.
executing this.
The training and,
Yes, sir.
and so forth. Now, tomorrow, it is the Pinewood Garden Park. Then after that, you plan to go in the eastern part of the island. I think it's Kemp Road.
On the 1st of February.
1st of February.
On the 1st of February, when we want to go to the Uriah McPhee School.
Uriah McPhee.
We want to go to, actually we're going to go to Southwest Plaza as well.
Really? When
On
do
the
you go there?
1st.
So you'll have 2 locations
Two
on
locations. 2 locations.
the 1st. Southwestern Plaza and Uriah McPhee Primary School.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Also, Mr. Manka,
Yes.
tomorrow we will also be on the island of Grand Bahama.
Tomorrow as well.
Tomorrow as well.
Where will you be on Grand Bahama?
We'll be at the Ministry of Grand Bahama office in Freeport.
Yes.
And the guards start their training at 8 o'clock.
8 a.m.
8 a.m. to 3 p.m. we'll be at the Ministry of Grand Bahama training our cohorts that reside there.
Okay.
We want to give them some refresher training.
Yes, yes.
Keep them sharp.
Yes.
But while that training is going on, persons can come to the Ministry of Grand Bahama and we'll register them as well.
The people who are a part of the National Youth Guard, what court are they a part of? Are they a part of the 2nd court, the 3rd court, or after the training you move from a cohort? That's the word I wanted to use.
Well,
I hope you understand my question.
There are 3 cohorts residing in Grand Bahama. There are persons from 1, 2, and 3.
In Grand Bahama?
In Grand Bahama. 26 years ago, I joined the Defense Force. My cohort was entry 34.
Really?
So that a cohort is a squad.
Okay.
So my cohort is entry 34. Good evening, gentlemen. It has been a privilege serving with you these past 26 years.
Wow. Now, the National
Youth Guard, are they active 24 hours, or they are called to activity in the case of an emergency?
Indeed, they are called to attention or to activity in case of a natural disaster. We've had several requests from NGOs, the Salvation Army, the Red Cross.
Right.
On a Saturday, we'd go down there. The Red Cross has an incredible garden. They feed 200 persons from that garden.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So we took a group of guards down to the Red Cross garden. We weeded it up, we prepped it and got it ready for replanting so that they could continue to feed those 200 meals from their gardens. If the Salvation Army need us to distribute bags, or the Red Cross need us to pack bags, they can call on us. The guards are excited, they're willing, and they go down there and lend their assistance.
Yes. Let me ask, what happens if a member of the National Youth Guard is an employee elsewhere, but there is a natural disaster?
Indeed.
How do you summon that individual who is employed elsewhere, or is he exempted?
Well, as present, we have relationships, or we ask those employers to lend us those guards, or if they are not employed, we take those persons first of all, so as not to impact on a
Person who's employed.
Exactly.
But if you need the person who is employed, you will approach management.
Yes, sir. And I want to thank those persons who have businesses, who have lent us their employees in the past. Thank you very much for your citizenship.
This is great. So this is really organized.
Indeed, sir.
And it appears that you all have anticipated quite a number of strategy in the event of, I'm showing off, folks, a national emergency.
Indeed. Yes, sir. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
this is great. This is great.
As a matter of fact, Mr. Manka, we wanted to break down any barrier to entry. Young men have come to us and asked us if we have to cut their hair. I say, no, sir, you don't have to cut it, but it has to be well-grown.
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 So
Take care.
you can come as a bald head.
You could come as a bald head.
And if you have good dreadlocks and you wash them
Yes, sir.
and sanitize them,
Yes, sir.
it's powerful.
Facial hair,
Yeah.
not a barrier to entry, sir.
Really?
Yes, sir.
So I can come with my bed.
Yes, sir.
If these beds were youthful.
Indeed.
Oh, yeah. I like the program, and there will be lots of food to eat.
Lots of food to eat.
Yeah.
Lots of food to eat. We went to very good caterers to ensure we had a nutritionist come in and design the meals to ensure that they're nutritionally balanced and they are diverse.
Okay, I don't know. And you said this come under national security?
The Ministry of National Security, yes, sir.
Well, I have to find a way to come visit you all.
Indeed.
Since I do know the people at National Security very well.
Please do.
Yeah, this is great. So it's great excitement tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
How many officers you think you're going to bring there to assist in the application process?
Mr. Manka, you are a seasoned member of National Security.
I am
And so,
very seasoned.
And so you know that I cannot divulge the amount of officers
This is
that will
powerful.
be a part of any operation.
That is true. Yeah, I forget this is semi-military.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. Are there any honorary uniforms? I think...
Mr. Manka, come and visit us.
Okay.
Come and visit us. I think there's
And
something
are
that
there
can
any
be done.
honorary stripes and medals?
Come and visit us. I think there's something that we can do.
This is powerful. Yeah, I might as well come. Listen,
Yes, sir.
I thank you. And if it's possible, I'm going to ask Marcus to drive me out there after I come from 2 funerals tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
So take good care.
Thank you, sir. It has been a privilege, and my condolences.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. God save the defense force. God save the king. It's powerful. I'll be right back after the break. Hold on, everybody.
Do you have something to say to the Senator? Call Freedom March at 323-7775. Toll free from anywhere in the Bahamas at 242-300-0045. Freedom March with Rodney Monker, only on ILTV. This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. And of course, I have asked the officer from the National Youth Guard to stay back for a few seconds because he needed to make one or two corrections. So, Officer Missick, I welcome you back to Freedom March. What correction would you like to make?
Correction. On February 1st, instead of the Southwest Plaza, we will be on Angliston Park and in the Freetown community. So, February 1st, Angliston Park and the Freetown community will be located right there in front of the Uriah McPhee Primary School. If you have any questions, you can reach us at 819-1121. That's 819-1121. You can call, you can WhatsApp. We'll be happy to receive your communications. Or you can register at nyg.bahamas.gov.bs. That is nyg.bahamas.gov.bs. Thank you very much, sir.
Well, I thank you, Brother Missick. It's a weekend. Be safe. And if things go as planned, after 2 funerals tomorrow,
Yes, sir.
I'll pass by the park.
Indeed.
So you take good care.
Thank you very much, sir.
Do well.
God bless.
All right. So, folks, the spiritual advisor will soon join me for the final half hour. It's a Friday. Come, my spiritual advisor.
Let's go to Tanya.
Tanya, are you there?
Good afternoon, Rodney Monker, and good afternoon, spiritual advisor. Tanya coming here live from Shop Smart Department Store, Your Miracle, right here on Mackey Street. And as we continue our introduction of Shop Smart, we are in the small appliance department. So come and take a walk with me. So if you're looking for your coffee makers, we've got them in a variety of size, styles, colors, and brands. You can just come right on in to Shop Smart and pick up one of those items. Maybe you're looking for a rice cooker, a slow cooker, a pressure cooker, whichever one of the cookers you're looking for. Shop Smart is here to help you chef it up and to make sure that you are cooking healthier this new year. Maybe you're looking for your ironing boards. Maybe you're looking for your ironing board covers. Maybe those laundry baskets you're looking for. We have even got the old-fashioned clothespins here for you. And of course, if we have those items, we have got to have irons, and even more irons. So, wherever your budget meets you, come on into Shop Smart. We've got you covered. But I said small appliances, so let's take a look at the variety of air frying options that we have here. Or maybe you're looking for that deep fryer. We've got you covered there as well. Maybe you are looking for your juicers. You're looking for your cake mixers, your hand mixers, your stand mixers. You are looking there for your citrus juicers. We have got all of the blenders, all of the juicers, all of the stand mixers, hand mixers, whatever you're looking to mix, we've got you covered there. But we don't just stop there. We've got all of your pot sets here, all of your baking items, whether you want it in the tin or the ceramic, and of course, the aisles upon aisles of just nice dish sets that you're looking for, whether they're from Gibson, Chrissy Teigen, or whichever one of the lovely gift items ideas you're looking for. We've got you covered right here at Shop Smart, Your Miracle on Mackey. So whether you're looking for glass sets, you're looking for the juice sets, however you're looking for it, just know to look at Shop Smart because we have got you covered for everything you need for everyday living. Just come right in to Shop Smart, Your Miracle, right here on Mackey. And you know, we're open Monday to Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. for your shopping convenience. And I like to say, Mr. Munker, spiritual advisor, remember, shop early, shop often, and shop smart.
Thank you, Tanya. We will shop early, we will shop smart, and I'll be shopping for a juicer. It's powerful. Well, folks, next week sometime I expect Dr. Dwayne Sands to join me. As you know, he's the chairman of the Free National Movement and my medical doctor. So I can have to play medical doctor with him and have him join me at some point next week, if it is God's will. Meanwhile, Bradley Roll will now take over from here.
Yeah, we're gonna open the line, Sandra, to get some calls today. 323-7775 is the number to call. 698-0775. We got 20 minutes basically. They're about to interact. It is a Friday evening. The weekend is about to begin. 323-7775, 698-0775, 698-0776. Feel free to call us, please, so we can discuss any issues that's pertinent on your mind. Anyhow, we don't have any calls yet, right, producer? No calls yet, right? Yeah.
There's no call yet.
Yeah, so we could go ahead.
Well, folks, since there's no call, I'm going to talk about my favorite president, Donald Trump, who's been flying about the United States trying to solve problem. It is my understanding that the president was in North Carolina, where he was dealing with the failure of FEMA. Apparently, it's an organization of the federal government that should be assisting in disaster. But thank God, Donald Trump has landed, and the federal government has announced that it will provide additional fundings to the state, so that the state governor, as opposed to FEMA, will be responsible for the management of disaster. And of course, Donald Trump is very upset with that big, huge fire which is taking place where's the fire taking place?
California.
In California. And of course, if I understand him correctly, Mr. Trump is concerned over the fact that they have allowed the water to dry up. Some controversy over it, but as you know, the PLP has a philosophy which says help and hope are on the way. Well, help and hope are on the way to California. So I have no doubt in my mind that Donald Trump will find a means by which Californians will receive water and will out the fire. I think it's powerful. And Donald has been very critical of a woman bishop who apparently preached, and of course Donald Trump wasn't too pleased with her sermon. Do we have a phone call now?
Welcome to Freedom March. Call you live.
Good day, Mr. Marshall.
Hello.
Good day, Spiritual Advisor.
Good afternoon.
This is your friend from Dallas.
My friend from where?
Dialysis.
From Dallas.
Okay.
I'm going through a lot right now, like I usually do.
The ambulance? As the ambulance?
When you call,
the ambulance
last night for me. I didn't call him anymore.
Well, that's because you seems not to be cooperative.
Yes, I am.
No.
Come on, do what you want me to do. If they say stuff on the ambulance.
No, you're talking.
So much.
No. Listen to me now. You can't tell me one thing, and then later on you tell me another thing.
Mr. Marshall, I told you that.
So you need an ambulance?
No.
What do you need?
I haven't done my dialysis for 2 days.
So why have you not done it? Why have you not done it? Why have you not done it?
Mr. Margot, you called you are messing Mr. Pam from Social Service. I just wanted to tell you I got a Ford. If you could have him contact me,
Who
yes about please.
who you want to call you?
The Minister of Social Service.
What is your number? What is your number? What is your number? What is your number? What is your number?
802
Yes.
51
51 51.
Yes, sir.
So 802 51.
5151. Yes, sir.
Give me your surname.
Portia
Yes.
Young Barnett.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Portia. Yeah. Portia Young. You say.
Yes, Young Barnett.
Okay. Portia Young Barnett.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to, there is a man, I have to think of his name, who's now in charge of some emergencies. I can't remember his name, but I'm going to send him a coded message right now.
Okay.
Okay, take good care.
Thank you. No.
All right. The man that I met at the PLP rally on Tuesday, who identified himself as the nephew, if I'm correct, of, I think, the Honorable Sir Arthur Foulkes, who told me that he has been appointed by social services to clear up all matters. I don't remember your name. Please give me a call. Okay? Please give me a call, okay? And I'm not talking about the Negro man. I'm talking about that high red man from in the Baca, Inagua. Give me a call so I can test everything that you told me on Tuesday. So please give me a call anytime between 6:30 and 7 p.m. so we can find assistance for this lady who lives in the St. Barnabas constituency and who has been in crisis. Okay, do we have another call?
Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Martha. I'm a special advisor.
Hello, my dear.
Yeah, Mr. Martha, I'm calling. I agree with you with what you were saying about the bi-monthly payment.
Yes.
Okay, if you know you get paid every month,
Right.
are you getting paid bi-weekly? Why should you go every 2 weeks to withdraw your money and you know you have bills to pay? You know you have mortgage to pay, car payment, leave the money there until the end of the month. Like the special advisor said, sometimes it might be good for one, but everybody can handle their finance.
Yes.
They have the money there and they're going to take it.
Right.
They take it, they fall inside in crisis, their mortgage short, the car payment short, and everything. You know, all they have to do is just leave the money there until the end of the month and let the bank do what they have to do, and then you go and you pick up your rest of money. That's all.
I think
It's simple as that.
I think you are a wonderful woman and you have solved the problem. Let the government pay twice a month. I thank you very much, eh?
Yes, have a blessing, man.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think the bank would just make their automatic adjustment because if they know the history of some people, the bank would then split payment.
I don't like the fact that you are attacking the people.
Senator, this is a real world, man.
So the majority of
You ever
the
work in the bank
Bahamian
before?
people.
You ever work in the bank before?
No!
Do you know history of loans and how people pay them back?
I know they're a bunch of money smugglers. I know in 1980.
Jesus.
I know during the drought.
What kind of man this is, man?
Listen to me for a second.
What kind of man this
I
is?
read the Commission of Inquiry report so you can
Do you
see
know anything about loans?
the Crocus Act. No, I know.
Do you
about
know
the
how
money
people
laundering.
behave when it comes
I
to
know about
loans?
the money laundering.
Do you know
They're
people?
a bunch of
You know
gangsters.
people owe the bank loans?
You're a bunch of gangsters.
Jesus.
Don't tell me nothing but waking in the bank.
this, man?
I have the Commissioner Inquiry report.
We ain't talking about that, man.
You ain't talking about it. I am talking about it. All right?
Next caller.
I have the Commissioner of Inquiry reports where they tote garbage bag full of American money into all these prestigious
What does it get to do with what
banks.
we're talking about?
All right? So don't tell me nothing about them. A bunch of gangsters.
Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Good day, Mr. Moncan, Special Advisor. How are you?
I am fine, Shanika.
Yes, sir. Good. That's good to know. Real quick. I just want to say real quick, as believers, this day that the embarking at the new year, we need to remember to forgive. You cannot say that you are a child of God and you're not speaking to this one and not speaking to that one. But yet you speak to God who you cannot see. But don't speak to your brother or sister who you can see. God calls you a liar. And for me, the love of God cannot be in you. The word of God says in Matthew 5:23-24, therefore, if you are offering your gift at the altar, and there remember that your brother or sister has something against you, leave your gift there in front of the altar. First go and be reconciled to them. Then come and offer your gift. God is relationship over your money. Okay? And the next thing is real quick.
But you, Shanika, you
quick, sir.
You have to be disciplined now.
For parents, please assist your children with their homework. When we're coming to the GPAs, especially for June and the Christmas term, we want those GPAs to reflect exactly what that child has done. So if they have been burning the midnight oil in the classroom and going all out, it really damages their GPA when you do not assist them with their homework. Parents, please assist your children with their homework. And if you need help in understanding, if you are, what is the word? You know when somebody
Lord, what is this?
If you cannot help them, come and tell the teacher, come and tell the school. Please, we need your assistance with the homework. Next thing.
Shanika, we gotta go. I'm sorry, Shanika. I'm so sorry. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Good afternoon, Mr. Rule.
Yes, good afternoon. How are you?
Dr. Monca.
Hello, Doctor.
Dr. Monca, why do you call Mr. Rule spiritual advisor? Because he don't conduct himself on the radio show, on the television show, a spiritual man.
Let me ask you a question, caller.
He objected to everything the government do.
Caller, you call for a reason. What's your reason for calling? Forget about attacking me. You have a reason to call? Anyhow, next caller. Welcome to Freedom House Call. You're live.
Hello.
You're live, caller. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, guys. And when we I don't know people. I have all these people relationship with CIC for 34 years and representing mortgage. And once I call her and I put them and they put with me. During the pandemic,
you tell her now. We can't hear.
No, caller, 1 second, caller. Your phone is extremely garbled. We don't know what's going on. Are you on a cell phone or landline? What are you on? I'm so sorry. Try. Welcome to Freedom House Call. You're live.
Hello?
You're live, caller.
Yes, sir. Spiritual advisor.
Yes, sir.
You're talking about people who are not disciplined enough to have their money if they're paid every 2 weeks. You know how many persons have mortgages and car payments and stuff that are paid weekly, and they have to manage their money.
Okay.
There are many persons like taxi drivers and waitresses and different things like that are paid daily, and they have to put their money together for the month.
Right.
So why is it that the people who get paid, if they start getting paid twice every month, they can't manage their money?
There's some people.
What's the problem with that?
No, there's some people who can do it, sir, and there's some people who can't. I mean, that's just reality.
Many people have to do it. Yeah, just have to do it.
And there are some people who can, and there's some who can't.
Yeah, but it's the government who make those loans for them, They pay their loan.
Yeah.
It's their responsibility to pay their mortgage.
We'll see how it works out. We appreciate
that.
It's
working now with many people.
Yeah. Okay, caller.
Okay.
Take care. 323-7775 is the number to call. 698. Welcome to Freedom March. Call you live.
Good evening, Mr. Malkin, Mr. How are you guys doing?
We're doing well, thank you.
Wonderful. God bless you all. God keep you all. The only thing I want to say, I want to thank God for the move that President Donald Trump is making in America.
Yes.
And also, I want to say for those aiming to are living in America, you have 4 years. You've seen what this man has done in less than a week. He's done more than less than a week than President Biden has done in his 4 years in office. If you do not take advantage of this opportunity, I don't even know what to say. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Hi, good evening. I'm calling about the comments that were made previously.
Yes.
Okay, so some of us are very disciplined because you have to be disciplined with your monthly money. However, how do we know that our payments are going to be made in full for mortgages and loans and whatever else, where we're not going to be charged a late fee or extra interest?
Yeah, that's
how is that supposed to work? Those things need to be sorted out.
Yes, absolutely. So it's a complex situation when it comes to loan payments. But
Very much.
Yeah, but I guess the banks will find a way, if they do decide to pay bi-weekly, they'll find a way to work it out, no doubt.
Well, let's hope so, because I don't want to be paying extra monies to the bank.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
You're more than welcome. Thank you so much. 323-7775 is the number to call, 6980. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Spiritual advisor.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon. Senator Bunker.
God save the king.
God save the king. Spiritual, I call to you today.
Yes, sir.
I think you are being subtly rude to the lady named Shaniqua. And I think you should handle her just a bit better. Even though you and her may not see eye to eye religiously at times, I don't think you should be shut now.
Okay, just give me a second, caller. Just give me a second. Here it is, right? That we have calls coming every day, and you're one of those that call every day. What we're trying to do is we want to give everybody a fair chance to have a back and forth with us. Shanika and a few others call us every day, and others are not getting in. We're just trying to manage the time so everybody can participate. That's fine with you?
Well, if you say it to me like that, then maybe you need to tell it to her like that.
Yeah.
And then she's shocked.
Well, your problem is you don't want, well, anyhow, we already did that. We already told her that, listen, we have a time limit. We want to give everybody at least 60 seconds or 2 minutes to comment.
Okay.
And we move on to the next call, okay?
All right, man.
All right. Yeah, you take care. 323-7775 is the number to call. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Hello?
Go ahead, caller. You're live.
Okay, I'm calling about the bi-weekly payment.
Yes, ma'am.
The bi-weekly payment, once that is done, the bank automatically would separate the payments. So they won't have no problems with owing the bank late fees or anything of that nature. Remember, Atlantis went bi-weekly?
Okay.
So what they did was double the payment. Whatever they was getting for a week, they now taking it twice.
Right. So they just.
So that's how they would do it with the government.
Okay. So you experienced
So they won't have no worries.
Okay, no problem. So you experienced that, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, I figured the bank would make an adjustment.
The bank would make an adjustment, and they won't have no late fees or anything
extra
to pay
interest payments.
extra.
Right.
So they'll be straight.
Thank you so much, caller.
You're welcome.
We appreciate your contribution.
Thank you.
Thank you. 323-7775, 6980-775, 6980-776. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live. Caller, you there? You're live, caller. Go ahead. All right, we lost that caller. All right, son, we have more calls. 323, we got a couple more minutes to take some calls. 323-7775, 6980-775, and 6. Oh, we're almost to the end of the show. Sandra, let's wrap it up.
Go ahead, Miss Spiritual. Launch the first block.
323-77. Have a good weekend, everybody. We are at the end of the week, Sandra. The weekend is about to begin. I don't know. What you got planned for tomorrow? Oh, you have the funeral.
I have 2 funerals tomorrow.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, folks,
I was going to suggest thank you. We go to the Greek festival, but, funeral.
Yeah, I'm going to funeral.
All right.
That's the cultural thing to do.
Yeah.
Well, folks, we thank you for joining us this whole week. If it's God's will, we hope to return At some point next week, we expect the chairman, that's the national chairman of the Free National Movement, Dr. Dwayne Sands, to join us. So that's going to be very powerful. And so we're going to bid you farewell for the evening. And we want everybody to take good care. I told you what the breaking news was on the island of Grand Bahama, where 3 men have been taken into custody for stabbing a Canadian in his most vital parts. Do well, everybody. Be safe. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the King. If it is God's will, we shall return on Monday. Pray for us. We shall pray for you. Peace. It begins with me. Do well, everybody. God save the King. Do well, my spiritual advisor.
Have a good weekend, everybody.
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Munker, his guests, and callers on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2020. All rights are reserved.
The Verizon Media Group, home of ILTV, Paramount Systems Limited, Eyewitness News, and Beyond the Headlines.